me see here. Y'all waving at my baby boy. Let me see here. I'm on here. Now I had to pop in for my night session because, as some of y'all know, if you don't know, then it's nighttime. Wi-Fi be acting up earlier that I was home by myself. At nighttime, everybody be on their devices. Let me tell my son. Y'all give me 1 second. My Wi-Fi might be getting together. I ain't trying to hook up to no Ethernet cord and all of that. All that techie stuff. I ain't into all that. But had to pop on here for my night session. I'm a little late. Me and my wife just been laying down in the bed talking. And if some of y'all know, if you don't know, remember to check the link in the description for the channel investment opportunity. God bless you. Thank you to all my new partners. You'll see the deadline and when that's coming up. But God bless you for that. Welcome to the new Blessed Tribe members. Now, some y'all been asking about the Jedi mind trick, and it's something that a lady said to me one time on a coaching session, I think. And I don't know what it really means, like from the movie sense and all of that. It's not about that. I just be hearing stuff and then I give it my own meaning. But one of the things I want you to think about, and you're going to see this out here in the world with men and women who have the spirit of little ugly on them. What you're going to see is you're going to see them doing the Jedi mind tricks. And remember what we talked about. It's like the sleight of hand, like a magician does. So, and somebody else come up with the term word salad. And I like that, so I'll be using it. But you're going to see the sleight of hand. You're going to hear the word salad. And then you're going to hear a lot of blaming. You're going to hear a lot of excuse making. You're going to see a lot of playing in your face. You're going to see a mixture of fake remorse, fake humility, fake understanding. Let me see if this other Wi-Fi working. Y'all got to forgive me trying to get this here Wi-Fi together. Guess nighttime. I don't know if it's because my TV on or what. Just switched to my other one. I really don't know what the box is doing that I'm looking at. Let me know if you could hear me. Okay, it's good now. You can hear me. Okay. Yo, my Wi-Fi acting up. Y'all know how the devil do now. The devil don't want the word to go forward. So what you're gonna hear from men and women with this spirit a little ugly on them, and it's gonna be for eternity. You're gonna notice this: the Jedi mind trick, the word salad. You're gonna see the sleight of hand. You're gonna see fake humility. You're gonna see fake remorse. But then you're going to see continual playing in your face. See, the thing about it is people with this spirit, they only are concerned about advancement, meaning they only concerned about just having a good reputation in the eyes of people, but they're not concerned about having a good reputation in the eyes of God. They're not concerned about what could be seen behind closed doors. Just like with P. Diddy, just like with a lot of these podcasters, a lot of these pastors, principals, police officers, I've been describing this spirit, and it's been something to see how many people who talking about, hey Tony, you describing my ex. You describing my ex-husband or wife, my ex-boyfriend or girlfriend. You describing somebody I just met last week. That's how prevalent this spirit of Little Ugly is. But one thing about it is you got to understand is the spirit really does not feel remorse. The people who are a host for this, they don't really feel real remorse, because see, real remorse leads to change. But what they will do is they will say that they meant this and they meant that. They'll give you a word salad. They if they know God, they might give you some scripture. But what you won't see is changed behavior. And they will be in your face pretending to be remorseful and sorry and all of this, but they'll keep doing the same thing. They will keep going back to the same behavior, to the same actions. You'll see them keep going back to it. So you have to remember that with an apology and with sincere remorse, there should be changed behavior. And if you are reinforcing the spirit of Little Ugly, then you just as guilty. So you got to realize and understand that you're just as guilty if you with this person and you reinforcing it. Whether it's a male or a female that's carrying this spirit, if you in fornication with this person, you feeding the beast. And it's gonna get stronger, it's gonna get bolder. Now, what this person will try to do is get you to have allegiance in silence. They'll want you to be silent with them. So they will want you to cover their transgressions. They'll want to be in the church and in fornication with you, but they don't want you to tell nobody. They will show you their sin, and they don't want you to tell nobody. They don't want you to leave. They don't want you to grow. They will say that they love God or love you, but they will keep your spirit in condemnation. They will keep you as an abomination to God. They will keep you sexually immoral, but yet claim to love you or have feelings for you. And they will use power and influence on you. Now, you can't just think about power and influence like when you're thinking about like a P. Diddy or like these podcasters. You can't just think about it like that. Power and influence could be in your city, in your community. Power and influence could be their relation to you. If they're your parent, if they're your sibling, if they're your best friend. Influence could be having allies with people that you know, love, and respect. The spirit of Little Ugly always has to team up. It cannot stand alone. It got to go live. It got to have people to go live with. Got to have people that's going to come over to your house and talk to you about them. Got to have people that's going to talk to you at work about them. Got to have people that will text your phone, call your phone, and have and they will be vouching for this person that you already know, that you deep down you could see them. And what they're trying to get you to do is have empathy for them. They want you to feel like they doing their best they can and they don't really know any better. that they doing their absolute best they can, that they giving they all, that they doing everything that they could possibly do to please you or to be right or be in right standing. But they playing in your face. But if you could feel sorry, and if you could be like, man, you know what? I really feel sorry for you. I really understand that struggle. I really understand what you're going through. That's what they want you. They want you in that state of empathy or sympathy so that they can continue to play in your face, so that they can continue to do what they've been doing and they have no intention of changing. And they want you to see them as a victim, as innocent, as a ward of the state, as a product of their environment. They don't want you to recognize that they have all of the means and resources to change, to grow and to change and to be a better person. They don't want you to process all of the influential people that they know that are walking right and living right and doing the right thing that they could be emulating. They want you to separate them from responsibility. They want you to separate them from accountability. They want you to be blind with your eyes open. The spirit of little ugly is tricky. It's real tricky. And it'll string things together. So it's kind of creating this potluck, this pot of mess. And it's gonna put a sprinkle of victimhood in there, a sprinkle of false humility, a sprinkle of projection, a little sprinkle of humility hidden, mixed in with arrogance. They're going to look to blame, to point the finger. And it's going to put all this together to fool you so that you look and you don't see them for who they really are. See, what they want you to do is they're going to put a mirror in your face so that you see you. They want you to think that you're just like them, that their heart is just like your heart. And they want you to wrap it up in, they want you to wrap this up as that y'all are the same, but y'all just sin differently. And they want to level all sin. They want to level all sin. But see, sin is sin, but not all sin has the same consequences in the physical here and now. All sin will lead to death. All sin will lead to separation from God. But certain sins, like fornication, let's say, is a sin against God. It's a sin against your body. It can create a pregnancy. It also can create sexually transmitted diseases. Whereas the sin of you telling a lie, you telling nobody, you and nobody getting pregnant, ain't nobody catching the disease. People being misled, people being hurt. So some sins have they can have immediate consequences. They can have physical consequences. And then some sins are between you and God. Like if you lust after somebody, if you jealous of somebody, that's your heart and God know that. If you jealous, if you lusting, that's between you and God. So it doesn't directly affect somebody else. But see, what Lil Ugly does, Lil Ugly will want you to think that because you had a thought about something and that was sin, that you know different than them when they going and they're in willing, repeated, complicit sin, to where they in sin where they got to jump hurdles like fornication or adultery. But they want you to think that your sin of sitting at the lunch table at work talking to your friend about how your other coworker got an attitude and treating you nasty, they want you to think that that right there is the same level of their fornication. And that's the Jedi mind trick. And the thing about it is, the thing about Little Ugly don't want you to recognize and realize how much space and opportunity they have to change their life. Little Ugly wants you to be blinded and for you to think that, like, for you to completely ignore the fact that he or she is 40 plus years old and still doing the same stuff, still making the same bad choices, still making the same quote unquote mistakes. And they want you to dismiss that and to ignore that and just focus on Jesus on the cross, focus on grace, focus on the speck of dust in your eye. It's all just deflection. It's deflection, it's projection, and that deflection and projection is their protection. And that right there, that's that Jedi mind trick. So then you will sit there and you'll be like, man, you know what? Yeah, everybody's imperfect. We all the same. And you won't think about the different levels of consequences that come with these choices, these actions. You won't even process it. And what they'll do now is Little Ugly is slick. Because what somebody with this spirit of Little Ugly, they will also disarm you with laughter. You'll notice that a lot of times, rarely will you have this Little Ugly be consistently serious and talking to you coherently in a serious, somber manner. Little Ugly always try to lighten the mood by not making you laugh, but them physically, audibly laughing. That's to disarm you. Because it's hard for you to really lock in and pay attention if they keep making a joke or giggling audibly and laughing. See, that's again, if there was a magician, that'll be the sleight of hand. That's how Little Ugly will do you now. It's the Jedi mind trick. And it's layers to it. So Little Ugly have they mama come to their defense. They'll have your mama come to their defense. They'll have your best friend come to their defense. They'll have the pastor come to their defense. They will have people come to their defense and they will have people excuse their behavior and make you feel judgmental, make you feel temperamental, make you feel crazy, make you feel insecure, make you out to be the villain. All while they playing in your face, they have no remorse and they have no intentions of changing. But see, this is the thing. Little Ugly will be in fornication or cheating on you, and they will come cry, plead, beg, apologize. They got their character witnesses, they got their word salad, they got their deflection, they got the projection, they got all of this stuff. But then what they're gonna do is what they're seeking out is they're seeking out what they really looking for now is they looking for a partner in crime. So they'll tell you that they finna change their life, but they're not actually gonna change. They just want somebody who will be in sin with them and not tell. So they literally will find somebody who is lost, who is broken, who is hurting, and even if they gotta pay them, whether that's with cash, whether that's with an opportunity, a platform, a job, a position, like they will become the hand that feeds their partner in crime so that the partner in crime can't bite the hand that feeds them. And in your face and around everybody else, they will be above reproach, but they will still be getting their rocks off and getting into that sin with a partner in crime that they done convinced to be in that with them. So you still will be getting cheated on, or you still will be getting talked bad about, or you will become little dummy and you will be the partner in crime. You'll be the partner in crime because you'll be right there with them and you'll say, you know what? Well, we all imperfect. We all fall short of the glory of God. You know, these people just being judgmental. I might as well keep dealing with this married man or this married woman, or I might as well stay in fornication with this person because we all fall short. Because the people that's trying to hold us accountable, they imperfect and they in sin. So Lil Ugly would pull that Jedi mind trick to where if they can't get you to be little dummy, then they'll go find somebody else to be little dummy. See, that's why you notice a lot of times when this spirit is in a man or in a woman, a lot of times they partner in crime is their assistant. They will literally give a job to somebody to have them in sin. And you'll be like, okay, well, maybe they doing right, maybe they living right, maybe they doing the right thing. That's what you'll be thinking. But what you don't realize is while you thinking that, what's really happening is they just got somebody so close to them that they're not being caught. And so you thinking that, oh, okay, well, they doing right, but they just got somebody that ain't gonna tell, at least for a while. But see, what they don't understand is it's eventually gonna have to come to the light. Just like what we see what P. Diddy going through right now. And these people finna, my wife was just telling me she read somewhere that they were saying Usher deleted all his tweets and that Usher might be getting ready to testify against P. Diddy. Eventually, people will come out and tell their side about Lil Ugly to clear their conscience or to save their name. So while Lil Ugly think he or she is getting away with it, it's just temporary. So you can't even get caught up on it. You can't even feel like, oh, yeah, they getting away. And people always say that. See, those of us who get the Jedi mind trick put on us, when the Jedi mind trick get put on you, you're going to look and be like, why are people who are no good, people who are living evil, people who aren't doing right, why are they flourishing? Why they blessed? How they got this deal and this raise and this promotion and this opportunity and that opportunity and why they got that and I don't have that? That's just because that's what the adversary does. The adversary will, hey, y'all don't forget to click the link in the description now when we done or on a different device while we talking and look at the deadline now so you don't miss the channel investment opportunity. The adversary will take and reinforce their sin, reinforce what they doing to keep them complacent, because as long as the adversary can keep them complacent doing what they doing, the more people that they win, the more people they get on their side, the more people they get to believe in them. Y'all got to look at even like with P. Diddy, he just got the keys to the city a year ago. So how he got all of these allegations and he was getting liquor deals, commercials, got the keys to the city, all these celebrities who got good brands, good names, teaming up with them, partnering up with them. That's how Lil Ugly, hides in plain sight. So the reason why the adversary, quote unquote, blesses, see, people don't understand the difference. When we say the devil blesses too, it's not literally meaning a blessing. Because see, God gives gifts and adds no sorrow. What the devil has is a snare. What a snare is it's a trap. It's like a hook. So God don't have to use bait to hook somebody. That's what the devil have to do. See, God may use a blessing, a sign, a wonder, but not bait, not trickery. So what the adversary do, the adversary will take and be giving to Lil Ugly. And Lil Ugly will be able to say, well, I must not be a bad person because look at all these people that like me in the city. I must not be that bad. Look at the promotion I just got. Look at the raise I just got. Look at how well my business doing. I must not be a bad person. That's what Lil Ugly gonna tell you. But you don't, what you have to always remember is that the devil got keys to the city too. He got keys to the city. So you can't just look at it and be like, oh yeah, so because he or she is doing good, they must be a good person. They must be, and then you'll turn your radar off. You'll take and say, okay, well, let me start worrying about it. I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna use discernment. You'll turn your discernment right off just because it looks like things are going well in their life. And although they are in willing, repeated sin, you will excuse it because you say nobody is perfect. Not realizing they literally jumping hurdles to do the stuff they're doing. And you'll say nobody is perfect. So you excuse it. And then, oh, they got a raise on their job, or they got a promotion, or the mayor likes them, or the pastor likes them, or this person talks to them. This person, I remember it's been so many men, it's been countless men that have told their girlfriend that they know me, that they friends with me. And it's been guys who will text me because I met them along the way. They will text me, hey, Tony, what's up? To talk to me just to show it to their girlfriend or the woman they talking to so that she will drop her guards. And they're making it look like I'm their friend and that I really know them. And so they want her to think that he is like me, that he living the life I'm living. And so that's what Lil Ugly does. Lil Ugly will be friends with the pastors, be friends with the powerful men in the community, in the city, to get you to drop your guard because you see that association as a stamp. And I done seen men who will use other men's name so that they become innocent by association. And then they will dog the woman out. They will pump and dump, use and abuse. And they will dog her out. And they dogging her out on the name. I done had women hire me and say, yeah, I dated this guy and he's your friend. And I'm like, who? They said such and such. I said, I don't even know who that is. You don't know such that? He said he know you. He say that y'all friends. I'm like, no. If he was my friend, I would know the name that you saying. I don't know who this is. And then other times it's been like, okay, I know the person, but I've never talked to him. Like, I done spoke to him. Like, he booked the session one time, or he know my friend, he know my cousin. Like, he might have my number because he told somebody he got a deal for me or he needed some mentorship or something. And they be like, what? You don't know him? You don't know him? I remember a lady came to me and was like, yeah, I talked to your cousin. Talk to your cousin such and such. I'm like, my cousin got a spirit a little ugly on him. Cousin don't live nothing like I live. I'm like, okay, just because we share blood don't mean we share the same morals and values. But see, that's what little ugly will do. Little ugly got the team up. And the thing about it is, little ugly don't care. So little ugly will be associated with people with a checkered past, people with a checkered present, but they also gonna mix in people who are above reproach. And they're gonna play on the sensitivity or the senses or the empathy of those who are above reproach. And they're gonna say, hey, I'm coming to you for help. I'm coming to you for mentorship. I mean, I want you to mentor me. I want you to lead me and guide me. But really what they doing is they coming to get a cloak of innocence over them. They coming to be little ugly, getting close to the good people so that they can hide in plain sight and they will keep doing what they doing, but they'll be like, well, I'm cool with such and such, so he or she ain't got a problem with me and how I live my life and the stuff I do. So how do you have a problem with me? How are you judging me, but Bishop such and such doesn't judge me? How are you trying to hold me accountable, but Bishop such and such goes out to lunch with me every week? And that's how they'll play in your face. And then you'll start to question your sanity. You'll start to question your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding, your discernment, your discretion. You will start to question everything about your senses because they done did a Jedi mind trick on you. And they're like, well, how is this person friends with me? And how is this person hanging out with me? And how is this person saying all of this nice stuff about me? But you just doing this, but you judging me. No, this ain't about Diddy. This about the spirit of little ugly. And sometimes Diddy might be an example. So that's what they'll do. And so you got to understand this and realize, like, trust your intuition. Because if you're not snorting powder and you're not just eating processed foods all day and you're not staying up all time of night, trust your intuition. Now, if all you eat is processed food or you on some type of drug or something like that, then you can't trust your intuition. You're gonna have to trust somebody else's intuition. But so you're gonna have to understand that. And then once you take and you start to recognize and realize you got to listen to that because it's better to be safe than to be sorry. You don't want to get caught up in a situation where you're trying to be what you call non-judgmental when actually you're not judging, you just using discernment, and or you are judging, but you ain't got no gavel to sentence nobody, but so you making a judgment call. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But you will get talked out of your sense. See, that Jedi mind trick that little ugly do is to talk you out of your sense. And see, the thing about it is, one thing about the adversary, he's not going to pick a host that cannot talk. He's not going to pick a host that is introverted. He's not going to pick a host that don't, now it could be introverted but know how to talk. But he ain't gonna pick a host that don't know how to use a word salad. He ain't gonna pick a host that's not gonna have a lot of time with these little ugly, they're gonna have an obnoxious laugh. It's gonna be an obnoxious laugh or an obnoxious smile, or they're gonna have obnoxious jokes. And it's just gonna be in the middle of your face. It's gonna be just in the middle of the conversation. Like they will be in a serious situation and laugh and start laughing. That's how you know about that spirit a little ugly. That's how you, it's not gonna be able to be sober-minded and serious and sincere consistently. It will try to mimic it. One thing you have to understand, just like in the Marvel comic movies and stuff, because they try to emulate good and evil. They try to depict good and evil. One thing you have to understand about this is that spirit a little ugly. It has a mimicking superpower. So it will study pure humans who have genuine hearts, and it will mimic the mannerisms and the speech patterns, the rhythm, the cadence, even the voice tone. It will mimic it, and it can mimic it for a good little while. But then they're going to show their hand with that obnoxious laugh or that obnoxious smile or an obnoxious joke, or they're going to glitch. They're going to glitch, and they're going to go from humility to arrogance. Don't confuse confidence for arrogance. Don't confuse righteous living and a boldness in Christ for arrogance. Because what the adversary does is the adversary tries to emulate. So the spirit of little ugly will be arrogant, but it's a fine line. So it will be mimicking someone who is actually confident. But if you have a spirit of little dummy on you, you insecure. So being that you insecure, you can't tell the difference between confidence and arrogance. You see them the same. So you say, well, if this man of God over here sounds like this, and this man over here who is a willing, repeated sinner sounds the same, then what am I looking at? Because both of them sound confident or arrogant. And that's because of you hearing from a place of insecurity and a place of that spirit of little dummy. So you don't have the discernment to know the difference between a godly confidence and an unrighteous arrogance. You don't know the difference between an unrighteous anger and a righteous indignation. Because what the adversary tries to do is emulate. So you ever watch one of the Marvel movies, Marvel comics, and the good person or the innocent bystander, the civilian goes into the house and they talking to their mentor or their friend, and as they talking to them and they start to open up and they start to tell the secrets, after a little while the skin change and it go from they mentor or their friend and it go to the villain, and the person jump back and they scared like, whoa, what's going on? You fool me. That's how that spirit of little ugly is. It knows how to emulate pure people, pure spirits, and it will actually do it better. So little ugly could make you irate. Little ugly could get you angry. Little ugly could have your righteous indignation looking like anger. Little ugly could have your anger. Little ugly could get you angry and then be innocent. Oh, you mad? You loud? How you got the Holy Spirit and you loud? And I'm quiet. I'm over here being quiet. I'm over here being calm. So how am I the bad guy? How am I the bad guy? And you the one yelling. You the one irate. You the one name calling. Oh, you the bad person because you name calling. But they done poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear. and then they got you. Then did that Jedi mind trick, then got you out your character, and now whoop, they slipped right into the victim role. They slipped right into the innocent role. Whoop. And then next thing you know, now here you are, you like, man, you know what? Maybe they right. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am crazy. Maybe it is my fault. Maybe it is me. And now you're confused. Now you're confused. And so this is what you got to realize now. So once you identify that spirit a little ugly, you got to have a season. Like this spirit got to go, this person have to go a year without triggering your spirit. This person got to go a year, like, because you got to remember, the spirit of little ugly is a mimicking spirit. It will mimic sincerity. It will mimic righteousness. It will mimic remorse. It will mimic holiness, goodness, purity, but it cannot do it for long. It maybe could do it 7 or 8 months. Maybe could do it 7 to 8 months, and then boom, gonna fall right back in fornication, right back in line. That's why I say a year. And when you get to a year, you don't just drop your guards and say, oh, little ugly gone. No, you got to check in every 3 months, like a 90-day, like an evaluation report. Every 3 months, you got to do an evaluation report of this person who had this spirit of little ugly. And guess what? Little ugly is watching this right now. And if they ain't watching it right now, they gonna watch it later. Everybody with that spirit of little ugly, they jumping in here. They jumping in here and they watching. Because what they trying to do is they learning the game. Because this is on the World Wide Web. And they know that their girlfriend or their boyfriend or their husband or their wife is on here and have access to this information. So they come and watch it and they say, okay, all right, I got to start showing my fangs so fast. Okay, I got to come in. I need to apologize, but I got to be really, really sincere. And I might even need to cry. And I need to stop with my laugh. I need to stop doing that laugh I do, or the obnoxious joke I do, or trying to make serious stuff funny. I need to stop doing that and audibly laughing. It ain't that they funny to you. It's that they audibly laugh. That's that spirit get tired of lying and it'll turn into a laugh out their mouth. Or it'll be a joke. They'll say a joke, like a filthy joke or something inappropriate. Or they'll go into a little one sentence of arrogance. And then it snap back and remember, oh, let me get back. Oh, let me get back. And they'll get back. So they coming on here and they watching this and they're like, okay, let me stop trying to fornicate with her for a year. And then I'm going to hit her with a Jedi mind trick. I'm going to come up with a reason. But while I ain't fornicating with her, I'm going to go just get a prostitute or a stripper just to keep getting off. And that's what they're doing. So they'll let you rest. They will let you rest and walk with the Lord, and they'll let you believe that they done changed. But they got them a partner in crime that they either found broken, the person is broken and trauma ridden, and so they're not going to tell, or they get somebody with a spirit on them and they in a position of influence, so they can't tell because it'll embarrass them as well. It'll ruin their name as well. Or they'll get somebody just simply that they got to pay. They'll just get somebody they got to pay. And see, the reason why the devil studies scripture is so he could use it against you. So he could wrap you up in scripture. So he could wrap you up in Romans chapter 7. Get you wrapped up and tripped up and stuck in Romans chapter 7, and then don't let you get to Romans 8. They don't want you there. They don't want you there. So they'll come get this game and they'll do everything right. They'll do everything by the book to get you back in, to reel you back in. You almost got off their hook. You took the bait. You got hooked, but you start fighting and you about to break the line. You about to break the line. So what they'll do is give you some slack. They'll give you some slack and they'll let you rest. No fornication, no judgment. They won't do nothing to trigger you. They'll give you that slack. Let you go. Right when you think you about gone, start reeling you back in, reeling you back in, reeling you back in. But see, while they reeling you back in, you still eating on that bait. You still full off that bait. And because you got that little break, because things went back to calm, peace and calm, and things was good, you was like, oh, they changed. They changed and they did right. So then now, when they go back to their old ways, you like, oh, you know what? You still riding off of all of the good. So that's that Jedi mind trick. And then while they give you that slack, they might put a real hook in you, like get engaged to you, or get you pregnant, or give you a STD so that nobody else will want you. So they make you think. They might put a real hook in you. Now you stuck for real. Now you stuck for real because you're pregnant. Or you done caught the STD that they got. Or they done took and they done got their sister or their brother or their mother or their father or their best friend to be your best friend. Or they done put you in position. They done put you in position and getting you a check. They will put a real hook in you. Now, it could be any kind of thing. So just understand, let your mind roam and think about this thing. But that's what they'll do. They'll get you hooked. So now you like, well, I don't want to break up with them because I love their mom or I love their sister or they got me this job. They got me this role on this TV show, on this right here, on this right there. They got me this new position. They got me this. And so now you like, I got to stay. So now they back in sin. Either they done cheated on you, or they got you back in sin, or they back being controlling or toxic or Jedi mind trick, manipulative. They back doing what they was doing, but you got that hook in you. So now you done been bamboozled. And anytime you take that bait and you feel that hook, and so you start trying to wiggle and get off that hook, and you about to get off the hook, or you about to snap the line, they give you that slack, and they pull you right back in, and they'll wrestle with you a year and a half, 2 years, slack, reel you back, slack, reel you back, slack, reel you back. In this process, you losing your mind, you losing your sense. You're losing yourself. You're losing your self-worth. You're losing your motivation. You're losing your friends. You're losing people. So now you like, I might as well just give up the fight, keep the hook in my mouth, go and get reeled all the way in, and go and get chopped up and filleted. Just go and give up. And just go and commit, just be silent. Just watch them play in my face, watch them deceive and manipulate, and got everybody thinking that they're a good person, genuine heart, all of that. And just watch them play and just be quiet. And that's what they'll do. Hey, if you're new here, it's your first time, don't forget to check the link in the description now. Don't forget to check that though. And look at the deadline. So think about it. Check us out. And God bless you to the blessed tribe and all the other supporters who not in the blessed tribe. God bless you. And so I want you to process this. And here's the thing. Once you see that spirit a little ugly on somebody, you keep that spirit on them and let the only thing you let take that spirit off of them is change. Change and this right here, consistency. That's why I created this clothing line. Consistency. And consistency, because remember, this emulating spirit can go a whole year. You cannot drop your guards. You can't go get pregnant. You can't go get no matching tattoo. You can't go be best friends with a family or friends. And even if you do become best friends with their friends and family, guess what? You got to choose you. When you know you being separated from your purpose, you got to choose you. And it doesn't matter, because what you have to realize is the spirit of little ugly has cohorts. It got allies that have a spirit of little dummy on them. And the spirit of little ugly is the superior spirit. So being that it has them cohorts, it'll take and have them siding with them and have you confused, but you have to choose you. You got to be able to say, hey, I can't worry about losing a relationship with their mom or with their sibling or with whoever, because that's going to keep me emotionally tied to this person with this spirit. And so if you notice, when you deal with little ugly and you try to get off the hook, little ugly will have a cohort come in with the net, the fish net, and try to scoop in there, try to scoop you up in the net, because you about to get off the hook. So they come try to scoop you up. And that's their sibling, that's their parent, that's their best friend calling you, hey, they don't mean nothing by that. They imperfect. They really love you. They crazy about you. I never seen them act like this. And I love you. We so close. We so cool. I don't want to lose you. I want you to be my daughter-in-law or my son-in-law. I want you to be my brother-in-law or my sister-in-law. I don't want to lose you. And that is why, if you notice, when you about to get off a little ugly hook, he or she will send somebody else to call you or text you and try to talk sense into you and try to get you to drop your guard and come on back in. And now with these influencers and stuff like that, these podcasters and the people that get in your mind as little ugly and try to get you like that, it'll work the same way. It's just y'all not in a physical relationship. You in a business relationship. So you just got to be mindful. Like, okay, this podcaster told me who he or she was. Told me they don't really respect God like that with their lifestyle, with their fornication. And now they're trying to come back now because they see I done unsubscribed. They see I done unfollowed. Now they're trying to come back now and talk about, oh, I didn't mean it like that. I said I wasn't, or I used to. I didn't mean I'm right now. I'm fornicating. I didn't mean. So the same way it work in your interpersonal relationships, it'll be the same way with your influencers who want a business relationship with you and got you on their hook. They will show you who they are, and then they'll come back and try to do the Jedi mind trick. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I ain't mean it like that. Oh, that ain't what I was saying. Oh, that ain't what I was doing. Oh, I done called a pastor and I done vowed to abstinence again. Oh, I've been abstinent for 6 months now, a year now. Oh, that was old. And then so you like, oh, okay, let me resubscribe. Let me re-download the podcast, or let me start watching the TV show again, or let me re-download the album on iTunes or whatever, and to get you right back in there. But you can't see they behind the scenes. They already told you bold face who they was. So you can't see that they still doing the same thing behind the scene. So you got to keep your power. The same way in an interpersonal relationship, you keep your power. The same thing with your influencers, your pastor, your podcasters, your rappers, your singers, your whoever. You keep your power by taking your subscribe button off of there, taking your subscribe off of there, taking your download off of there, and you let them walk pure, and you watch them from a difference. You watch from a difference, and you let them walk pure. And when you see them walking pure, and your discernment start to say, okay, now I'm starting to see favor, I'm starting to see a change, I'm starting to see a difference. And so you do this with the people in your life directly, physically, and then also these influencers. So think about this now and understand that somebody say, tell the wife he cheated or not. No, it really ain't your place, because if you go to say you about to tell somebody wife, you could lose your life. So you got to repent for being little dummy, and you got to move on. You got to remove your enabling and your reinforcing of little ugly, and trust and know that little ugly most likely not gonna change and gonna get caught up. And it'll be somebody else that's gonna tell, or the wife already know or gonna know. It's gonna come to the light. But you ain't got to put your life on the line trying to expose somebody, especially if you knew he was married. But it's a personal choice. It's a personal choice. So you got to really understand now, because one thing about little ugly will get violent. Little ugly will get nasty. Little ugly will try to cut this Wi-Fi off. Little ugly be on here flagging this video all day. Little ugly will create 20 accounts and be trying to flag this here video, trying to get the video taken down. Little ugly will get nasty now, because its biggest fear is being seen, being exposed. So if it's a person in your life that you got to unfollow in real life, meaning you got to cut them off, get distance, get distance. If it's one of these influencers or pastors or politicians that you got to unfollow, get distance. Because if you sit around that spirit and you entertain that spirit, it's gonna get right on you. The spirit of little ugly might not get on you. It's definitely gonna be the spirit of little dummy. Gonna get right on you. Boop. Right there. Right there. So you got to understand it. Because that's the biggest fear, is being exposed. Absolute biggest fear. But hey, told my wife I was gonna be on here an hour. Again, I want to thank all the Blessed Tribe members. As you notice, everybody in the chat is members. All the Blessed Tribe members. I don't know how many we got exactly, but God bless y'all. You got enough to keep a chat full. So God bless you. And all my new partners on the YouTube channel, if you're not a partner, or if you ain't get the mics and you want to do a little more, click the link in the description. You'll see the deadline. Last I checked, the deadline was inching close, but I don't know if I could say the exact deadline due to the SEC regulations, because you can't do, like, different types of marketing. So just you got to go on there and read all the information for yourself. I follow the rules. And if you don't understand it, don't do it. I'm not a real estate fraudster out of Atlanta. If you don't understand it, don't do it. So if you don't understand, okay, I make an investment and then every month I get a payout for the life of the YouTube channel. If that's not understandable, it ain't for you. So God bless you, keep your head up. But to all my new partners, last they told me it's a nice little chunk of folks on there. So God bless you. It really blew me away to see the support, just to see that amount of support. Like, where I wanted to be, we probably would have been at now. We probably would have been at the max, but the company told me to offer a larger percentage, the ability for a larger percentage. So I agreed, but y'all blew me away. Y'all shocked me, because we in a recession. And so to have that support in a recession, But hey, the children of the king, we trying to climb up out this thing. So if you a partner, one thing you got to do when you watch these videos, let the whole thing play. If it got to play while you at work, let the whole thing play, because now you a partner. So now it ain't just benefiting me, it's benefiting you. That's the point of it. That's why I did it. So that you ain't just got to watch me and see me eat, but you also will be benefiting you. But hey, God bless you. Y'all, if you missed any of this, rewatch it. If you're new here, click the link in the description. New Blessed Tribe member. We had a few people join tonight. God bless you. Enjoy you. Thank you for gifting a membership, and Glam Rocks and any other enjoyer and any other moderator that was here tonight. If I missed you, to all the moderators, God bless you. Thank you for supporting and helping me out. I know everybody can't always be on there all the time because I just randomly and share. I see you right there. I ain't see everybody. So if I miss any other moderators, please forgive me. But God bless y'all, and we'll talk tomorrow. Another work day tomorrow. Got to stay in the field. The harvest is plenty, but the workers are few. God bless you. Y'all stay watchful, stay mindful, stay diligent, stay vigilant on this spirit of little ugly. God bless you.